Abum, a sibu so voter region. President Mahama to voter region. I will make a lot of soundbite. Was a Ken Ofori-Atta power. Papa, one piece can say from Musi Wunsi. Oh, ya papa, utimi nyama ho. Na papa na dia den. Brefie. President Mahama send the third term agenda on all your kind constitution on TV biase. On this animal as A2 term clear. Now all kind of time if you create a speech be sick for speech and waka. Mama say reshuffle enter crowd be reshuffle. But then me will some more I have a lot to say about President Mahama on the third term. Omo mu ni dwumadina san start sa de no. Be say papa omo gidi wa ko wom. Mema signals be a kire so omo gidi wa ko wom. Then na President Mahama ko kafa Ken Ofori-Atta me dey bro. In this video, make sure you subscribe. Remember, subscribe and click the notification. But the video be to be who knows you will certainly have a comment. Feel free leave that comment in the comment section. Make sure so we are. Obeko Goldberry construction with other episodes on assassin some the documentations related to your house in the Goldberry. And the BDC money at the amount. We are certainly Obrimpomo or addiction letter to someone later to care Obrimpomo Basho never be a kama dama. President Mahama, I comment to Ken Ofori-Atta TV.
Extradition or return of fugitives from justice. It's a legal process, and so you need to respect the rights of the person at the same time. And so if the person has absconded from a jurisdiction and gone into a new jurisdiction, if you want to bring him back, first you must have an extradition treaty with that country, and then secondly you must trigger a request, an application for extradition. And the person has the right to take a lawyer, go before a judge, and if he doesn't want to come, he will argue against coming. And your point two must be made that he's needed because he's done this and this and that. And so to go before a judge, unfortunately, it won't be a Ghanaian judge; it will be an American judge, and he will decide, whether the gentleman you mentioned should be put on a plane and brought back. But the Attorney General's Department has done its best. It filed the application. There are some additional documents that were asked for that it is filing, and eventually it will all go before an American judge to make a decision. But I do believe that even by virtue of holding a position like that for many years, I mean almost till the end of the regime, you held the most sensitive position as Finance Minister. And at a point when your own members of parliament, 80 of them, signed an application that the president should remove you, you said something historic. You said you are like the father of children and that you can't run away and leave your children. And so if we Ghanaians are your children, we are calling you, we are begging you, Father, come back. Your children are calling you to come back, but just the act of fleeing, I mean, if you're a man of principle and you believe you've done nothing wrong, I don't see why you should flee your own country. And so we'll see what the legal regime is and how it proceeds. But whatever.
Yes. That's when you never catch us all followers. Me say, me dear. Yes, started trying our sense, and then to you, my catch them bad mansini. Or near not been so bad, you will be a chess a woman. Tino, me dear, not some grady, your friend to be near queer them. President Mama said, reshuffle ebeba. Besan bovies, we are reshuffle always to you, my dear. But boom, with the actual reshuffle ebeba, TB.
The campaign we promised to reduce the number of political appointees. So even if you go to the presidency, the number of presidential staff advisors and everything has gone from above 300 to 200 and something. We've kept it lean and mean, and that is how we're able to cut down some of the waste. And we also restricted ourselves to 60 ministers. And so all the regional ministers don't have deputies. Some ministries don't have deputies at all. And so that's how come maybe you feel left out. But there'll be reshuffles and reshuffles and reshuffles. So just stand in readiness. So who knows? Your turn will come. And you'll be invited to serve.
Yes. We and also no there's a third term near my so.
The people of Ghana gave me a mandate for 1 term. And I am working hard to meet the promises I made them. And so I always tell my ministers, I say, let's number our days so that we can work harder to meet the promises we made the Ghanaian people. I know that people have gone to the Supreme Court seeking interpretation of the clause that governs the tenure of the president. If you ask my personal opinion, I thought that it was clear enough. Me, I've read it over several times. It's exactly what it says, but if they want to ask the Supreme Court, that is their business. But I know that the people of Ghana gave me 1 additional term, and I'm going to work to meet the trust that they put in me. Thank you very much.
Yes, Papa. Siko fans afifi kweta omo na asanse jewu ajejo esan person omo sa ajeju du ko ma de aba mawu omo sa ba jeju Siko fans no.
So this is, it saddens me when I see so much sycophancy creeping into our party. I see a group of people who obviously, from every indication, they believe that singing the praises of a leader is the only way they can survive. And that's why you hear some of those people even edging statements like there should be a 3rd term. It's just nothing but sycophancy. Pure sycophancy and bootlicking of the highest order. John Dramani, who was the founder of this party, never at any point was urged by anybody to go for any 3rd term. You have a bunch of sycophants who today think that all they need to do is to sing praises and hoping that some of those praises will get them some opportunities that they are looking for. You don't love our country. You don't love our party. If you do, you will know besides sycophants. It's important for us to appreciate that this party was grounded on the need to work for our people. We say cadres may go, cadres may come, but the revolution has come to stay. That simply means it is not about individuals. It's about us as a collective, ensuring that what is right must be done. So it's important for us to always place this party and this country always at the top. General came, served us to the best of his ability. He's gone. Prof. Mills, best of his ability, he's gone. John Mahama is serving to the best of his ability. Bless him, he's doing wonderful. But even his time will come. Why? Because cadres will go, cadres will come, but the great NDC and the revolution has come to stay, and that must always be the number 1. Always number 1. Placing this party, placing this country always at the top. But some of us on our way, what we want to do is simply to be rolling on the floor and praising individuals, believing that somehow when we do that, we will be able to get what it is we want. When you do that thing, it shows clearly you don't love this country enough. You don't like this party enough.
Yes. Clear, you are 2-term president. You've achieved. Assemblyman, Deputy Minister Information, Minister Information, MP, who did 3 terms or 4 terms. Why a vice president? Why a statesman? Ghana for saying after 8 years to bring you back. What more do you want to achieve? You are one of the few bright examples in Africa. Don't let anybody. Omodie, they be American omefu. And I can't say word me. I'm me bona na stomach politician. You be DNA fan fooling in tea. The constitution is clear. 2 term is 2 term. Guard your legacy. Ni omo year or first term. Yodium. And how you went through the mail before you could remove certain things off your name. Nobody knows it better than you. Mom, you go home. I like how you've responded. Clarity. Yo. Now on reshuffle. I check. Honestly. Minyakro mumfa deputy minister ba akonkoka for attorney general munyi ministers ne bi. Here are something I me hotel here only trade ministry. Onka no kwenche me trade ministry. Ene mum yenka no kro. Ya maami Elizabeth Jare ene yewra Samson ai. Samson ahi bodi. Nse dan TBBA sa o fisheries. TBBA sa fisheries. How na so teso. Education issues o. Mrs. Teacher for Masubu. Odo obo comment no. Adwuma ba ko enye Ghana kra teaching. I don't know what is there. They be issues sa adwuma be ni. Ewo issues o. So far we okujeto. Attorney General certainly. When Ashanti Regional Minister Greater Accra Region says yes or pam no. Sa ma me no. The President Mahama pam no di for yes Mahama ho be mo. Sa ma me no. Madam Lendo Kulu. I have nothing against her. But I say the soundbite bi anye. Ade obeka bia no agifiri aban ne wo since de bi ka ho. I say onu mfo bi nka ho. Ne wo ho no nso a na wasan agibi afirim. Enye papa inso Finance Minister se morafia papa bi ne yiri wuye no be MP mrefi o Minister for Special or nurse. Oh, what is happening to me this week? Only Minister for Climate Change me hu bibia me, that's my field. Ghana, what has been our NDC? Enye NDC party, if we be nationally determined contribution. Ko kan menchrawo. Enye ebesua de. What has been our NDC since all by climate change minister no? What has been our NDC? Me say friend nationally determined contribution. NDC political party ko kan menka nchrawo. Ha yare baga wo sedan. Jama me no. Menti ni din da free so ko vetting. Ni ku na wuye e no be PC. No de bi ni ye. Eyi o MP4 baby anak penka. Former Deputy Attorney General Honorable Penka Timpani Penka sa MP no o ye Minister for BB President portfolio maintain nka ti reshuffle no me die ni Ashanti region ye Frank o ya de na Zuba de nyame nhira na wako dwuruwe na gu e bia menya tama be no nyemai o ya de na DCs no konongu DC ni say on accident asi kwan mu o and no mo demonstration by rules last 2 weeks na be kan wa hama no po me ho tanti o fa ne kwasi asem kura nkokura nipa 15 amena keka ye be sasanya keka be segwa me hu nyom be so mo kire konongu kuru kakra ka wo mo kwan na tan president makoyo mo mwa na mesrew akra kuma sa bypass no yenye kura ne kwa time pa konongo na afi konongo kwa gugu ade mi hu kan enya me ko ho bai 2 weeks 3 weeks me ma me kan wa me kan sa mena bi yeda ho ba bi abranche kokono ayi agogo no amena bi yeda ho o metime de anya kakra gum na bi say concrete ketua bi kura just to make it mutuable yenye e kwan ho de e galam say kumna ko bu jo ma hechire ti say DCs ne say bi hu ka na back to the ministers. Ayun so me nsa dan hu ni yi ayi oh hey wiki de na yemi employment nti bibia where signatures ba for uba de bia na me ne kon just google you say to signatures ba for articles am from and de bia me ne kon employment minister ne pa den obey why employment minister no me nti bibia to what bibia ka kire me be heart to heart conversation me crop for me when say president man some ne bi ni me nti bibia about there are some Georgians so gina ye as a casa na do se sin adwuma no me I'm operator in the business me use data te me say MTN is come ka ho you use data pa all my videos and the so as the I'm almost in video 720 ko network ne nye opa ko hwe me 3 months ago me video bi na 1080 me ntwantro channel ne da ho me delete video bi over 2000 videos ko he me 6 months ago 3 months ago videos 1080 say hardly do I post 1080 720 network ne nye oye kwa enko so be kan okra enko mu chi tiura sam George onye yokuje to ya de Tony General ya de komna minta kan do na se wo hu so oba afoforo na se associations ni mu no cause onye doctor on de sa ahwe ni mu GM from no mu tie ni wala befem. You don't speak to ministers like that. Intino say the as ye kakra o man mre kakra nso na de na ye me agric na yere kopoku me hu kan sama hu kokon ketenkete na eba saa na blue water gas na beye mo de mo bete scandal de beba nobody wants to na Mahama answer cd me profit say me de say me tofu 20 cd a liter na ena ye me de say makoto duane na ne bo odin ana se konfo ne se kromo otimu bi ba ye hu kan aya asem na ye ka no emfa tan entie ti asem ni yie blue water gas ba ye pa busam what has been the impact on galamsey kachere me what has been it tan kokon kitinkiti hade amakoye minister na anu muton yare nkokon no enyam na me kan okọ government assurance committee okoye omare nkokon na what's even this policy say akoko 5 we dey 5 meanwhile we can get entities so called domain wemfie. That's what they do. I've worked in domain areas for 3 years. Then tabuno area, that's their strength. Brekum on the domain wemfie. The in that give it to them, give them KPIs, target. Yeah, 5 3 1 DC bidding koko trouble be fee. Say, it was written on the sky by NTA. Say no so boba. Some can World Cup there. Some can board movie videos na bomb ko World Cup ni. Aha. Ko he me video on Kofi Adams me kan. Onu say e say woni si nchen. O kasa dodo. Minister no. Ko tra bruchire blaster to not wo sports minister. So a blaster minister me hu kan ye. Oko City FM na no dem be na de busa ni nyina na no dem oyemfo bi enko na ne board nta ewu na de lipa ko. Me say ye bobo ba sabaga se me ko parliament. Mo marking toa. Ana me say me twa video because I research into everything I say. Me kan Kofi Adam me won me 2 videos. It's on this channel. Okay? Me won President Mahama say minister me tie no especially me see me o kasama ho. When I was doing my masters. One of my close friends, Dr. John Sopokuware, or your penny but or madam or your lecture okay, or say if be pattern analysis will be kasa. Utie trends and will be chat dey no sabe. Na nan cancer board videos no. Some start here. Oh yeah, more katachie. Oh boy, and I say, unsa fe come munyama no se me sa na wetie. Me ya chini o me man so twi. I don't catch me few. Mama videos back to back ma ya mbese. Achimfo e man so twi me ya chini nti me kan se me ka ho. I don't catch me few. Unsa me bo papa ni video am kan sa me nkasa no. Ma mo kan comment no. Go and read afi mama mu trend ne. Sa na me mete. Minister na sema o kan bi o ye interview bia na de toto the past interview ni wa ensisi ni wo de asema bre president Mahama me wa ha to dem yenkoso again CEO stibi mi hu so mago Ghana Enterprise Agency mi hu so because one of the ways to fix unemployment and crop for no NEIP adwumawura ne yere kopoku yerekaji om se me be start akomo ho adwumawura no 1 million school desk e dia kochihyem no what is the tracking ye be tracking nyina ti be ka kire mo chema wuntum de ya maye ni 2 weeks ama wani age MPP go MPP ku no etisi ndi susu nso de a o mo wani age ko Ghana ne be ni yi ye be ba ha ba sam ka kire da ha ye be duru ho mi wure mfi da adwuma wure ska bi ade akohyem ye be track 1 million codes ye be track laptop ne eto ne ye sa ne track MPP for de na nso ne ye be report sa ne ye be track we ko mabu no mi interest no mabu ni adwuma wo de wanya procurement benefit fa ba laptop na say so no de adwuma eno de ti e won fiafia ni nkohwe agencies na e wo ho no again mini ana mi phone yin kra mi employment maka mi hu ni yie ena yi tourism ma mi jifa blagomashi mi hu bibia Akufo-Addo Tan said that one of the best appointees Kwesi Agyeman de bia me ka me say me top 3 Akufo-Addo best appointees Ghana statistical say what ma cha chance me cliché deja vu Professor Kobna Kwesi Agyeman ana hwan ba ku yi ene dem nim ne ye me Kwesi Agyeman go and Google BBC year of 10 look at the numbers and the revenue ma me jifa blagomash we industry press ba me de me hu so omun Kenya no wo fom ma me Even on social media page takes a while. Bridger President Mama call Zambia, call yeah, I don't mind say it takes a 2 days and I don't me posty. Oh, Facebook, I'm come for drag woman. Yes. I think so. No, so man, home and can home kakra. So bet me the ministers I don't so much for this see was maybe the me view. Say, oh, boss, no, no, there, fine. Bet me be did matam, maybe okay. So bet me the aba, me view no. But on the third time again, President Mama, guard your legacy. Obiango, hey, this country, yam penokre. Can cranche call to say President Mama credit president ye. And next I can cranch na call say President Mama call 30 me ye. If you don't see the trap being set for the man. I'm there, me see Google. Mama and Mama have 2 things to read about NDC. Nationally determined any can crunch history of Mahama. The BCA. Then one day we come back 360 and we analyze it. This video is to on the critical analysis. And feel free to share in the comments if you are not subscribed. I'm not subscribed and click the notification. The video is to be my show. Make sure to show you them. Me here, Ghana, see you. Bye bye.